Hi dancers, it's Miss Christine. Today this video is for our intro ballet level dancers. We're just going to do some basic steps and some basic step combinations today. Okay, now before we start, we want to give ourselves a little bit of space so we can warm up our bodies. Alright, so to start, we're going to keep our feet parallel. We're going to take a nice deep breath up. Follow me up. We're going to let our bodies fall to the floor. And feel the stretch in the backs of your legs. So you want to make sure those legs stay nice and straight. And we're going to take a little plie down. We're going to punch ourselves back up. And we're going to roll our bodies up. And let's do that one more time. Up. Let your bodies fall to the floor. Keeping those legs nice and straight. Nice job. We're going to plie. And we're going to push back up. And we're going to roll our bodies up. Good. Now let's work on the upper half of our body. So let's put our arms out in second. And we're just going to reach to the side. Should feel a little stretch here. And we're going to switch this way. You should feel a little stretch here. Okay, so let's work on that. We'll alternate. We'll do it 8 times. 5, 6. Here we go. We reach, reach, reach. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Now let's take the arms out again. We're going to go even a little bit deeper to stretch our sides here. Good. Hold it. 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. And let's switch. We're going to the side. You should be feeling it here. Good. And hold 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice job. All right. Now let's get started with our basic steps. So we are going to start with some pliés. All right. So we're going to start in first. We'll do pliés in first, and then we'll open up and do pliés in second. Reminder that a plié is a little bend of the knee. Okay. So we're starting in first, and before we do our pliés, let's go over the structure of a first position. Okay, so in first position, we should have our heels touching and our toes apart. Okay, we want to turn out those knees and up to your hips. Okay, now when we are standing, I'm going to face the side so you can see just a little bit better. When we are standing in first, we do not want to stick our booties out, right? We want to push so that they are below us. We want to think of pushing down with the back side of our bodies and pulling up with the front side of our bodies. Now our ribs, very important that we keep our core engaged and our ribs closed. So a lot of times what the dancers do when I say zip your ribs or close your ribs is we do this. And we just take a deep breath in. Okay, but we don't need to hold our breath. Okay, we can still breathe. We just need to take our ribs. And if they're like this open, we want to close them up. Okay? Now our shoulders. Remember, we don't want to dance with our shoulders up like this. We don't want to be so stiff, okay? We want to take our shoulders, we can put them up, roll them back, and drop them down. And that is where they can stay while we're dancing. Now our chins need to stay up so that we have a nice long neck. All right? Now what I tell to my girls is that if we think of putting our hands in the backs on the back of our neck, we should be able to gently feel our heads resting on our hands. Okay, so that's a good way to get your head into that position. All right, so starting there, I know that's a lot to think about. So we want first position, toes apart, pushing down with our booties, pushing up with the front of our bodies, taking those ribs and closing them, and shoulders are back and down. Neck is nice and long, and we're rounded with our arms. Okay, so now once you've hit your nice first position, let's do 8 pliés together. Remember, when we do a plie, we don't want to stick our booties up behind us. We want to sit into a plie. Okay, here we go. Let's do 8, 5, 6. Here we go, and a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Now we're going to open up to second position, keeping in mind that our feet should be just about shoulder width apart, so we don't want them out too far. We don't want them too close. Okay, so if we think of them being right underneath our shoulders, that's a good distance apart. Our upper bodies are still the same, okay? Our ribs are still closed, pushing down with the backs of your bodies, and we are having our shoulders up and back. And for a second position, we're going to have our arms out and open second, keeping those shoulders pushing back and down, keeping those ribs nice and closed, okay? Here we go. Let's do 8 plies. 5, 6, here we go. 1, 2, sit into it. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Come back to first. Beautiful. Okay, the next step that we're going to work on is our tendus. So we are going to work on tendus to the front, tendus to the side, and tendus to the back. As a reminder, a tendu is a little point with your leg and your foot. So what I'm going to do first is go over the structure of a tendu before I have you guys join me. All right, so with a tendu to the front, we want to start in first, okay, keeping in mind everything we just talked about. We want to lead out with our heel, okay, so keep our legs nice and turned out. We're going to lead with our heel. See how I'm moving heel first? Okay, then I point. Let me step back so you can see that in the frame. Okay, now what I want you to notice is that only my big toe is just slightly touching the floor. Okay, you don't want to put any weight down on that foot, and you don't want to think of your little toe being on the floor. It's going to turn your legs the wrong way. Okay, so you want to just focus on the tip of your big toe touching the floor. All right, now to pull back into first from a forward tendu, you are going to lead with your toe. So to push out, you had to think of leading with your heel. To push back into first, you need to think of leading with your toe to keep that nice turnout. Okay, now when we do a tendu to the side, all we need to do is take that leg, keep that nice turned out position that you have in first, and tendu it to the side. Again, remembering that you want just the tip of your big toe to be touching the floor, and you want your knee to be more facing up rather than facing forward. Okay? And then we just slide it back into first. Okay, now to do a tendu to the back, and I'm going to actually face this way. That might help you a little bit. We are going to think of, no, it's the opposite of going forward. So remember, when we did our forward tendu, we led with our heel and pulled back with our toe. Now this is opposite. So we're going to lead back with our toe, and we're going to pull forward back to first with our heel. Now notice my legs stay nice and straight, just the tip of my big toe is touching that floor, and then I pull back with my heel. Okay? So let's work on, we'll do 4 of each. Okay, so we're going to do 4 alternating to the front, 4 alternating to the sides, 4 alternating to the back, back into first. Okay? So we are starting in first position, nice and tall. Good. Here we go. 5, 6 to the front and go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now to the side. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now to the back. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Good. All right, let's plie. Shake it up. Okay. Now, let's work on some releves. So a releve is when we pull up onto our tippy toes, okay, Keeping our weight over thinking of keeping our weight over our big toe rather than our little toes. Okay, our little toe is going to make our ankles and our knees roll out. We want to stay nice and straight, keeping that turn out over your big toe. Now, we might get a little shaky when we're up in our releve, so it's very important that we remember the structure of our body. If we keep those ribs nice and close and pull up, push back and down with those shoulders, squeeze so that your booty is tucked under, it'll make it a lot easier. Okay, so you really have a lot to think about. It's a bit of a challenge, but I think we can do it. Okay, so watch first, and we're gonna do it to a count of 8. Okay, so just watch. We're gonna start with a plie for 1, 2. We're gonna do 1, 2. We're gonna pull up into releve from here for 3, 4. We're gonna hold it. We're gonna bring our arms out to second for 5, 6, and we're going to come down 7, 8. Okay, so up to speed, it'll look like this. Watch again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, let's do that 2 times together. Starting in first, let me see a nice first position. Good, keeping in mind where your body needs to be. Good, here we go. 5, 6, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Okay, now let's work on a little bit of a combination with our tendus and our plies and our releves. Okay, so we're going to take everything we've worked on and put it together. So what we're going to do is start in first, and we're going to take 8 tendus, and then we're going to do that 8 count of the plie releve. Okay, so just watch first. We're going to start in first position. We're going to take tendus 2 to the front, 2 to the side, 2 to the back, 2 to the side. We're going to come back into first, and we'll plie, up and releve, open and down. I will demonstrate one time. Here we go. 5, 6. Here we go. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm plieing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, so let's do that all together 2 times. Okay, starting in first. Here we go. Make sure those ribs are zipped, booties are tucked, shoulders are up and down, nice long neck. And a 5, 6 tendus. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plie. 1, 2, and squeeze. 5, 6, 7. Let's run through it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice job. We're going to work on 2 positions. We're going to work on a passe position and our arabesque position. Now for a passe, the first thing you want to do is we will start out in a tendu in front. We're going to take that leg that is tendu and we're going to bring it right up next to us. And what I want you to notice is that my leg is nice and flat like a table. Okay, not back like this, up like a table. And the very top inside of my big toe, so right here, is going to just gently touch the inside of my knee, okay? So that I am in a nice, strong passe position, okay? So let's work on 4 of those with our right, and then we'll do 4 of those with our left. Starting in first, we're going to take a tendu and bring it up to passe 4 times. Here we go. 5, 6, ready, go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Now let's get ready to switch. Here we go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, coming back to first. Now let's work on our Arabesque position. Now for an Arabesque, we're going to take a little step to the side, a little chassé. And we're going to start with a back tendu. And then we're going to take that tendu, we're going to keep our hips nice and straight. So we're going to hit here. And then we will raise that up into a little Arabesque, keeping your hips square, body facing square as well. Up here, back to first. Okay? So we will hold, we'll make that an 8 count. So it'll look like this. We'll start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we'll switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now when you pull that up into Arabesque, you are pulling from this part of your back. Okay, so you really should feel it there. All right, keeping those hips nice and square. All right, so let's try that together. We will do it 4 times. We'll do alternating. So we will go side this way, alternate here, here, to here. Okay, so you might need to push back a little bit because when you take your chassés, you're going to end up moving forward just a tad. Okay, so here we go. Let's start in first. And a 5, 6. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Arabesque. 5, 6, 7. Switching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Switching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Switching. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Okay, now the last thing we're going to do today is we're going to take our passes and our arabesques and put them into a little combination. So what we're going to do to start is start in first position. We're going to tendu to the front for 1, 2. We're going to passe. We're going to bring our arms up into high fifth for 3, 4. We're going to bring it back into tendu to front, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to come to first. Okay, so that first 8 count looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Our next 8 count is going to be what we just did with our arabesques. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then we're going to switch to our lefts with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, tendu, arabesque, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so let's do that 4 times all together. Okay, so push yourselves back so that you have a little space to move up with those chassés. Okay, here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, tendu, 5, 6, first, 7, 8, 1, 2, tendu, 3, 4, arabesque, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now with your lefts, 1, 2, passe 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And with your right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, tendu 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Okay, now that is something that you can continue to practice until you get it right. It's okay, there was a lot at one time, so it's okay if it's a little challenging. You can always rewind the video, watch it again, and keep on trying. Okay, before I let you guys go, I'm going to do the same stretch that we started with just to cool our bodies down. So we're going to start feet together, deep breath up, and let yourself drop forward. Take a little plie, and push back up to straight legs, and roll your bodies up. One more time, up, Here we go down, straight legs, into a little plie. Straight legs again, and up. Good job. Let's go open second. Let's do a lean. Let's do 8 of these again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's take a nice deep plie with a deep breath in. And out. And one more time. In. And out. Beautiful. All right, dancers, awesome job. Keep on practicing. Keep on dancing. We can't wait to see you soon. Bye.